Hey everybody, welcome to Gaijin Gaiden. My name's Jason, and I'm making this video to kind of give you all a little introduction to this channel and what this channel is going to be about, why I'm making this channel real quick, so you can decide if this channel is something you'd be interested in subscribing to. So real quick, let me kind of explain what this channel is about. And when I started thinking about making a YouTube channel, I kind of did a little bit of looking at what other foreigners in Japan were doing to sort of get an idea of, what was going on out there. And after some time spent doing that, I kind of realized that maybe there was a little bit of a niche I could help fill. And not to badmouth anyone or anything like that, but a lot of the folks I saw were focused on basically life in Tokyo, fashion stuff and, anime stuff and, basically, and there's nothing wrong with any of that. I mean, I'm sitting here talking to you wearing a One Piece t-shirt, so believe you me, I love the nerdy side of Japan as much as anybody. But the thing is, it all felt very Tokyo centric, and not everything in Japan revolves around Tokyo. There are a lot of us foreigners for whom Tokyo is quite the distance. I myself reside in a city called Kumamoto, which is about as far south as you can be in mainland Japan. To kind of give you an idea of where this is, put it bluntly, I'm closer to South Korea than I am to Tokyo. And I think that what often gets neglected when people make these channels is just sort of the little nitty-gritty details of what life in Japan is like. To kind of give you a little idea of what I mean here, after I came back to America from Japan for my first job there, I had, of course, a lot of people ask me like, "Oh, you lived in Japan. Well, what was that like?" And my standard response was, well, the sky was blue, the grass was green, and the locals had this interesting habit of talking to each other in Japanese all the time. Was there something specific you wanted to know? And people then sort of took my point that, what was it like? What's Japan like? Was basically a question so vague it was almost pointless. Um, but anyway, where I'm going with that is that a lot of people here, they when they're interested in coming to Japan as part of their future or something like that, they tend to focus on the flashy things, going down to Akihabara, checking out all the, fashionistas down in Harajuku and all that other stuff. And, there's nothing wrong with any of that. The thing is, though, if you're looking to come here and set up shop, if you're looking to come and genuinely live in Japan, not just come here for a little vacation, well, all that stuff is well and good. You kind of have to also have that ordinary day-to-day life where you have to sort of deal with the little things that the little unsexy things that just people don't really think about that much, or the folks who are living overseas and have this very romanticized version of Japan don't necessarily think of. Now, let me be clear here. I don't want to be one of those very negative foreigners who just gets on YouTube and complains endlessly about Japan. No, no, no. I'm not that guy. I don't want to be that person because, negativity is really just not helpful, and frankly, that's not something I think I really need in my life. What I prefer is just sort of being realistic, being pragmatic about things. You just sort of, Japan at the end of the day is a place like everywhere else. It has its good points, it has its bad points. And as long as you're willing to accept that, yeah, there are some things up here that, are less than ideal and how sometimes just outright suck, then yeah, you're sort of, you're in the right place. You're in the right mindset to genuinely deal with the challenges that come with living here if you're a foreign person. And again, living in Japan, I mean, I'm glad I'm here. I'm consider myself extremely fortunate to be here, but I like to think that I have a realistic view of things, that things aren't perfect, that sometimes there are frustrations and problems and just things that make you want to go and pound your head against a wall. And I just always tell myself whenever that happens, I would have more than a few similar experiences back in America. And, it's the dance is the same, but the words are different. The details are different, but the overall experience in many ways is the same. So, so that's kind of what I'm going to try and do here. I want to talk about just the ordinary things of life, the the interesting things, the sometimes frustrating things, the amusing things. And don't get me wrong, I am going to more than once probably delve off into just flat out talking about nerdy stuff. I mean, again, I'm sitting here in a One Piece T-shirt. I've got a, a Neon Genesis Evangelion, my favorite anime series of all time, mug right here. My desk, Robin from Fire Emblem, male Robin. And actually, when I was out and about just a little while ago, I came across this flyer for kind of a Studio Ghibli event going on at a museum in Oita Prefecture that I'm kind of thinking about going to. So, yeah, I think I've kind of rambled on long enough. I just kind of wanted to put it out there that this is what I'm going to be doing here on my channel. And if you think that this is something that might interest you, please subscribe, please comment. You can also join me on Twitter at Gaijin. And if you need to reach me via email, it's gaijingaiden@yahoo.com. So with that said, folks, I'm going to thank you here. As always, please take care and have a good one.